I pray you never arrive on this earth. I pray you never perch somewhere on the surface of this earth. There's a story in the Bible about a man called Noah. I'm sure you must have heard about him, who was the one who took all the animals into the ark and shut the door until the waters and the rains stopped and the deluge was over. And then he sent a dove out, and he said to the dove, you go and search and see if the water has abated, so that we can know whether to come out of the ark. The Bible says that the dove flew out and looked everywhere, and the dove came back because there was no place. There was no place on the surface of the earth for the dove to alight. There was no place for the dove to perch. There was no place for the dove to arrive. And the dove returned to its master. And the master put out its hand from the ark and received it and pulled it back into the ark. And the master waited another 7 days. And then he sent out the dove again. Say, go for a message, go for an errand, and go find me information. So the dove went again. And this time it returned with a message and a report to its master. It returned with a leaf on its beak. And information was a report unto his master. I don't want to arrive on this earth. There is no place on this surface of this earth for me to arrive. There is no place. What am I talking about? A lot of people set out on this earth to seek something and to find a place to alight, to find a place they can call their home on earth. On this earth, I pray I will never find a home, because I know where my home is. My home is where Jesus said, where I be, you will also be. Where Jesus said, in my Father's house, there are many mansions. That's where my home is. That's where I'm going to. That's where I'm going to arrive. I'll never stop until I reach home. I'll never alight. I'll have to return back home. I have to return back to my master who sent me out. I have to bring back reports. I have to go back where I came from. I can't make home of this place. You know, there are people who say, I'll reach this level and I'll make it. I don't want to make it. I don't want to arrive. They say, I have arrived. He has arrived. I don't want to arrive. I never want to arrive. I pray you never want to arrive, because there's no place to alight. There's no place to arrive on earth. Once you arrive on earth, you're going to drown. You're going to drown, because there is no place on earth designed for you to arrive. The only place you can arrive is heaven. The only place that we have home to arrive is in eternity. Once you confuse your home with another place, you miss it. Once you confuse heaven with earth, you miss it. Once you confuse your home with another place, you are going to be lost. Heaven is my home, and that's where my eyes are, my focus is. Never going to arrive. Doesn't matter how much I achieve. Doesn't matter how much money I make. It doesn't matter where I've got to. It doesn't matter how better I am than other people. I will never, ever arrive. Never arrive. And so my counsel this morning is, think about where you are going and not where you are. Think about the purpose of your life and not the stage at which you are in life. Think about you are sent as a dove to go and bring a report back to your master. You are not supposed to disappear. If you disappear, calamity has come upon you. So think about where you are going. Have you made a lot of money? Have you achieved a lot of things? Have you become this or that? Do you think you have arrived? That thing that makes you think you have arrived can and will drown you, because there is no place on earth for us to arrive. None. You cannot arrive on money. You cannot arrive on achievements. You cannot arrive on your ministry. You cannot arrive on anything. You can't arrive. Once you arrive, you drown. I hope you understand my message. My message is this: set your eyes on the things that are above. That's where you're going. Because a lot of people have arrived on earth. People started very small, very humble. And then they get to a point when they feel like, oh, finally, I made it. You didn't make it. No, you didn't make it. You haven't made it yet. Keep going. There's a place to arrive. They started very, 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 very poor. And then they got to the highest point. And all the magazines and all the media is talking about them and saying, hey, this guy made it. And he feels, finally, I arrived. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You didn't arrive. You still have a place to go. You still have to get to heaven. That's where we arrive. Some people have had a lot of struggles in their lives. And then finally, they got to a place where God rewards them and blesses them, and they feel they have arrived. I want to warn you. No, you haven't arrived. There's still a fight, and there is still a distance to go until we get there. Our destination is heaven. You haven't arrived, and you will not until you get to heaven. Come on, let's keep going. So keep running, keep moving. Never think you have got everything you need. Never. Your position, your authority, your money, your achievements, everything you've ever had, your business empire, you are called whatever you are called. People bow down before you. People call you this. People call you king. People call you chief. People call you bishop. People call you master. It doesn't matter. You have not arrived. There have been masters that failed, bishops that crashed, bosses that woefully fell. You will never arrive on earth. There's no place for you to arrive on earth. I'm warning you. Never think you got there and you can relax. And that's the mistake of the rich man that the Bible described. He says, I have arrived. As in, he says, my soul relax and enjoy because I have made it. Made so much money now, it's just for me to build a new barn, and all the things I store in that barn, I'll just enjoy because I have arrived. The Bible says that God called him a fool. God says, you fool. Man, Are you a fool? Are you a fool? I ask you the third time, are you a fool to think that you can arrive on earth because of the things God has given you, the things you have achieved, the place you have reached, the poverty you came from into the riches you have got, the empire that you have created, the positions you have arrived? No, you can't arrive on earth. Bear that in mind all the time. You will never arrive on earth. There is no place on earth for anybody to arrive. Never be deceived to think you can arrive on earth. Never. You never arrive. Never. Be that dove that went out and did the job and came back to the master and said, Lord, see my report. And keep your eyes up. You'll never arrive until you get there where God has prepared for you. God bless you. See you in the next video.